Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue number 43 of the Terminator, build the T800 from Hachette. In this issue, we don't need anything that we've done previously. This is all just what they supply this week, which I like. I like it when it's, don't need to worry about getting anything else out. So let's have a look. We're starting work on the pelvis. Obviously we have the spine bit ready, so I think we're building this and then we'll be attaching it later. So let's have a look and see if we've got the parts that they say we've got. We have a sprue with a couple of plastic bits on it, a big metal frame, a small metal frame, and a collection of screws and bolts by the looks of it, nuts. Right, so let's move this over here and see. Step one, cut the right pelvic plate. So we're going to take that one, the one that's marked R, which is the one that's got an R on it. It says to use a knife, but I'm obviously going to be using some cutters because it's a little bit neater. So get that cut off there. Let's have a look. The edge has got a little bit of a nub on it, so we'll just sand that, or file that down just a touch. Make that look nice and smooth. Looks like we're using the large frame. Fit the smaller bit into the hole down there. So we've got that way round, the same as in the picture, and that piece is going into there. We've got a hole that goes in there and the big bit that goes around the outside. So that just goes in there like that. Obviously not a tight fit, but tight enough. We're fixing that with a 2x4mm screw. So these screws are all different. So let's open those up. Open there. So they're not going to get knocked all over the place. There we go. Right, 2x4mm. Let's grab a small pair of tweezers so we can tell. I'm pretty sure it's going to be that really short one. So using this, yeah, that's 4mm. They're much longer than that. So we use one of those into that hole there. So just drop that in there, use a screwdriver. Try and get that in and under at the same time as it's going over the top. It feels like that's biting a little bit, then get a chance to make sure everything lines up properly, and then we can just tighten it down. Cool. Going into plastic, so you've got to be careful not to over tighten and cause problems there. Turning it over, we are playing with the nuts now. Putting the nuts into those two, because that is then going on that side like that. Alright, so there's little indentations there that sit into there. So I'm not going to put both in because that's just crazy talk. I shall put one in and manipulate that around to get that started, and then we can do the other one. There's no point in trying to put both bits in and have to hold both bits in while you're turning it over and putting screws in the other side. So one at a time is the way to go. But I didn't tighten up that first one. As ever, it's still nice and loose on there, so you make sure it lines up properly, and then when they're both in, you can go in and tighten it up. Now obviously this has got an R on it as well, so I'm assuming next week or next time, whenever, you'll be getting the L part. So yeah, putting in the other screw, obviously fixing it together. I jumped ahead because it was pretty obvious. Stage complete. There we go. That's that done. So yeah, obviously part for next time we get the other metal frame, we'll be using that. Spare screws as ever. That's that. We suggest that you leave it attached to the frame at this stage. Hey? Oh right, that bit. Leave that on there because otherwise you might lose it. But yeah, we won't worry so much about that. Right, so that's the build complete this week. Let's have a look at the rest of the magazine. Demon Seed, no idea. Broody Supercomputer. I've got no idea what that's about. I don't remember that at all. I have no memories of that film. Yeah, some sort of sci-fi horror-y type. Yeah, let's not worry about that. I don't feel the need to go and watch that. We have asteroid dust that sparks an evolutionary leap. Yeah. Oh well, there we go. Not very interesting magazine this week. But we will be back, indeed, in next week's issue, continue working on the pelvis. So, no, not what I was expecting at all. Another bit, but yeah. So, right. Thank you for watching. I hope you're building along with me. If, as ever, if you have any questions or problems or queries or anything, put them in the comments, or contact me directly through Facebook, YouTube, everything. I'm everywhere at Gross Models. Thank you, and I'll see you soon for the next part. Bye.